and happy Monday. It's the Monday before Christmas. This is the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. I'm Sergio Sanchez along with show producer Fred Cruz. And it's Jason, right? Jason, he's holding down the fort. Jason Caterina from AccuWeather. He should be joining us in about 3 minutes. Now we'll take a look at the week's forecast. Ho hum, nothing changed from all the conversations last week. So yeah, we're going to have a warm Christmas. But what about the week after that? Did you guys notice some of the online postings on X and Facebook and Instagram? Some of these meteorologists saying maybe the week of New Year's might be interesting. Taking a look at some of the headlines, a Weslaco police officer getting a special recognition. We're starting with some good news this morning. A special recognition for a Weslaco police officer from Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Officer Noel Barajas has been given the Mad Enforcement Hero Award because he made 29 DW arrests in 2024. This business note for our airport in McAllen, American Airlines saying that they will soon be flying passengers from McAllen straight to Phoenix, Arizona. The company announcing that they will be connecting McAllen International Airport to Phoenix Sky Harbor, likely in early June. It's 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. State of Texas is taking part in the push to try to rebuild trust in the trucking industry.
The Texas Trucking Association joining a nationwide crackdown on who they call bad actors. John Esparza says that AI will comb through records to separate the companies that follow the rules from those looking to exploit the gaps.
The use of AI is going to be far more effective in getting to the root of the problem and who are the problems out there.
They're looking for trucking companies that manipulate licensing systems, engage in freight fraud, and tamper with safety records. Truckers who follow the rules, he says, will not see any more red tape.
It's 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. Well, just in time for holiday travel, gas prices in Texas are down significantly compared to this time last year.
AAA is reporting that a gallon of regular unleaded gasoline in Texas averages about $2.51. That's about 40 cents less than a national average of $2.89 per gallon. As 9 million drivers hit the road this holiday season, they'll find gas prices around Dallas-Fort Worth at $2.64, Austin at $2.53, San Antonio at $2.50, and Houston with the lowest at $2.43.
It's 7:08 on News Talk 710 KURV. It is AccuWeather time, and AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. Well, he called it about a week and a half ago, and it's holding steady. Got a warm Christmas week for you. Should be mid-80s all week. But I was teasing right at the beginning of the program, Jason. Some of the folks posting online, they're saying maybe New Year's week we might see some significant cold reach all the way into Texas. So what do you think? What do you make of some of those reports a week out?
It stays warm all the way through this week. Let's see, as we make our way into next week. Yeah, it'll cool down Monday, mid-70s. So we've got a morning shower in spots Sunday, a couple thunderstorms in the afternoon. That should be a front coming through. 54 overnight, Sunday into Monday. Mid-70s Monday, mid and upper 70s Tuesday, upper 70s near 80 on Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
Friday still in the low 80s.
And that's for us here in Deep South.
Yeah.
Is there like a nasty cold snap for North Texas or other parts of the country that might affect travel for New Year's? I mean, what's it called? A week and a half away now.
Let's take a look here.
You have to look at Dallas, I guess. Some of the major destination points, right?
Yeah, okay. Well, let's throw Dallas in for the next 8 days. We'll go full hog and we'll go 15 days for Dallas. Why not? So heading through the end of this week, 44 Sunday night, 61 Monday, 63 Tuesday, 64 Wednesday. So mid-numbers, low to mid-60s, much of next week.
We'll see. Yeah, and they were of the I'm just trying to feel here with interesting conversations on weather. Of the different postings that I saw, they were all over the place. They called for a nasty snap of cold weather.
Yeah, mid-60s, all night, mid-number 60s for Houston much of next week. So, yeah, that certainly appears there's a good front that comes in. As we can't really get out that far on the map. So, but I'd say there's the front Sunday night making its way down toward us. So, Absolutely. That'll bring a big sprawling area of high pressure across the upper Midwest. That should keep things a little bit cool
Yeah.
for us.
Some were calling for maybe some frozen moisture in North Texas. Some were calling for frozen moisture in the Southwest. It's all over the place. We'll just one thing for sure, it'll be cooler. Hopefully, it'll be slightly cooler on New Year's week than it is Christmas week because it's going to be mid 80s all week for us. All right.
Throwing the big model in here to see what we got for next week to see what happens.
Yeah. We can talk about that next hour. See if you
All
see.
right. We got time. My other station is off this week, so we got some time.
Oh, wow. Must be nice.
Yeah. Well, just one less live feed I have to do in the morning. So, there's going to be, as we head through next week, a big ridge off to the north of us, a big trough off to the east. So, I'm not really seeing anything too crazy. All the way into, let's see, that's the 4th. It's still too warm for any kind of frozen precipitation for us at that point. So, yeah, no, not for the long haul. I don't really see anything too crazy going on.
The blowtorch continues, but at least we can cool it down next week just a little bit. Yeah, I got nothing on the national menu as far as food and stuff. What's interesting for me? I'm always thinking with my stomach. So
I'm starving right now.
We'll check in with you next hour.
All right.
Thanks for the update. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Your AccuWeather forecast. Repeat after me. All week long, mid 80s. That's the highest. In fact, midweek, maybe upper 80s. And that's your AccuWeather forecast all week. It's going to be nice, warm, hot Christmas. Time is 7:12 on the Valley's Morning News. There's a mountain in far west Texas that might become part of President Trump's solution to ending U.S. reliance on other countries like China, for example, for rare earth materials. Allie Bradley from News Nation took a trip there with Texas Land Commissioner Don Buckingham.
All right, Commissioner, what are we doing out here? Well, we're out here in West Texas at Round Top Mountain talking about rare earth minerals.
Round Top, the most unique site in the United States, as it's essentially the hub playing host to 17 rare earth minerals that are critical when it comes to getting out from under China in the magnet and chips game.
China has a corner on this market. We think this is the only and largest complete set of rare earth minerals not under China's control in the world. And these are important for our jets to fly. It's national security. It's everyday convenience. It's taking away this economic ploy from China.
And the land being mined is also owned by Texas, and the General Land Office has control, leasing it out to mining companies like USA Rare Earth. While domestically mined and made magnets may initially cost more than those made in China, USA Rare Earth says that as the supply chain scales, cost will come down, an investment the Land Commissioner says America should get behind.
I'd say that it's worth it. Our energy independence, that elemental independence, being sure that our jets fly, that our missiles can fly, that our phones work, everything that we need to educate our children, it's important to go and invest in America.
Time is 7:13 on the Valley's Morning News. Congratulations to the Texas A&M women's volleyball team. National champions, Freddie, by the way. Yeah. We should have put them on the field there at Kyle Field. I'm just saying, maybe they would have scored more than 3 points this past weekend. Just saying. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. A heads up, one of those pharmacy benefit managers, made a mistake, they said. A glitch. They send out letters saying, hey, your favorite pharmacy? No, it's not part. You're going to need to go somewhere else for it. No, that they sent that. That was a big, fat mistake. They sent out that bad information, misinformation. And they try to correct it a little too late, like right before the end of the closing period, for signing it for Medicare. Well, explain this and try to calm some nerves. I got my friend Danny Vela from Lee's Pharmacy next on 710 KURV.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in store.
Imagine there was more of you. A you working on custom retirement plans, while another you preps for open enrollment. When you partner with Paychex, we become an extension of your
NFL Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and even Saturday NFL football. We got all the games from Westwood One. So we got Monday Night Football, the Colts taking on the 49ers, 6 p.m. broadcast made possible by McAllen Bolt. You might have received a notice that your favorite local pharmacy, for example, Lee's Pharmacy, was no longer part of that the PBM, or the manager of the prescriptions that you have. Well, that's not the case, and we're hoping to be a part of the counter effort to get the word out there on behalf of Lee's Pharmacy, and I suspect others that may have been negatively affected by that mistake by the manager. So from Lee's Pharmacy, my friend Danny Vela in the studio, and let's go back to the glitch, the mistake, the problem, and see if we can get the word out as quickly as possible before more damage is done, because damage has been done as a result of this goof, this mistake. So take me back to the beginning. When did this miscommunication, this lie go out there? And it came from them, right? From the managers, not equally.
First of all, good morning, Sergio, and thank you for having me. You got me up early this morning, but it's okay.
We kind of need to get the word on this.
Yeah, no question about it. The letters started arriving in mailboxes about 8 or 9 days ago. Consequently, they came into the mailboxes the day after the last day to change your prescription drug plan.
Oh, no.
What a coincidence. So by the time they received those letters, the deadline had expired.
We're talking about Medicare, the choices you have to make on Medicare.
Right.
The timing could
what
be
a
worse.
coincidence. Sad coincidence that they arrived. Those letters arrived the day after the last day to make your prescription drug change. Okay. These letters were aimed specifically to patients who were served by certain pharmacies, and it listed the pharmacy you cannot go to anymore and the options of the pharmacies you could go to in the future.
Goodness.
We started making phone calls. We started getting calls from our patients. Longtime patients have been with us 30, 40, 50 years, and their families and everyone else, our friends, our patients. Hey, I'm getting this letter. We started mobilizing. We got our statewide people involved in helping us find a resolution or find out what the problem was, because we had signed contracts in hand. They said that the contracts weren't signed, but we pulled up signed contracts that had been signed in September, 3 months ago.
With the manager, with a prescription.
Directly with these PBMs.
Yeah.
And we had signed contracts. We notified them of that. There's no phone call to make. You can't make a phone call to them. You have to work through emails only. God only knows when they will get back to you on an email that goes into cyberspace. Sometimes they respond 2 or 3 days later. Sometimes they don't respond at all. So that's when the phone calls came in. People in Austin that work for the Texas Pharmacy Association started calling their contacts, and we finally started getting a little bit of traction. And then middle to late last week, some pharmacies started receiving retraction letters saying that the PBM had made a mistake and that they had sent those letters to the patients erroneously.
Last week is still after the 7th. Wasn't the 7th the cutoff date?
The 15th.
The 15th was the cutoff date.
15th. After November 15th to December 15th, but it was too late. The letters started coming out saying, we made a mistake. Those pharmacies are in network. You can continue to go to them. Unfortunately, damage had already been done. Some people had already begun to transfer their prescriptions out to another pharmacy. Some people we have not heard from that we need to reach out to and say, hey, everything's cool. You can stay with Lee's.
Yeah. You know how it is with mail. I don't know what it's like for you. Well, you're running the business. You got to check it daily. And I recall this being the case with my mom and my dad. The mail would sit there for a while. and then I would find out after I'm kind of hoping that the overwhelming majority of the people that are in Medicare, they got that letter. They got it too late.
Yeah.
They're panicking. They're going, "Oh no!" And you can tell them, you know what I mean? Like it's still, the dust is still settling from this dust up, where if there's damage there. Obviously, some people left. You got calls. You got family. You were telling me off here,
Right.
Your own family,
Right.
having to jump, thinking that jump ship because of this mistake, this glitch. I guess, I don't know, maybe they thought they were doing everybody a favor, telling people, hey, the window's about to close. Look at this. You can't go here anymore. And they wound up screwing you and a whole bunch of other private pharmacies in the area. So I'm hoping that the damage is minimal. They damaged the industry. They damaged your pharmacy.
No question.
Well, how about litigation then? How about, hey, there's the tort, there's the damage. You need to pay up. How about that?
Well, we don't.
With the association, the statewide association.
Right. There's possible retaliation on our part that's through the courts. How effective will it be? Will the damage caused to all these pharmacies be too great that any relief happens after the fact? Some stores could lose enough business to potentially close because of the loss of revenue. Some stores could potentially lose half of their staff because they've lost considerable amounts of their patient prescription volume. There's damage.
How much you willing to say? Tell us how much
Sure.
of your business is this manager-based pharmacy benefit manager-based business?
Sure. One of the contracts covers 3 different plans. And if we go back and analyze the plans that will be affected and the people that wouldn't be buying from us anymore, at one store, it's between 45 and 60% of our prescription volume, which is significant. We can't operate losing 45 to 60% of our volume.
Now, let's hope and pray that you didn't lose 45 to 50% of those prescriptions because people jumped ship and they didn't get word until it was too late. They sent the glitch letter out late, and maybe they didn't see it. And hopefully, you still have that business with you.
Right.
And as they read it and they panic, again, you'll be able to tell them, no, we're good. They made the mistake. Hopefully, they hear this and pass this on to other family as well.
I think it gives us a little kick in the butt to us getting the word out, us working through our social media channels and through shows like yours, through our television advertising, et cetera. Hopefully it gives us a kick in the butt that we can not only let them know that we're still in their prescription networks, but also maybe gives it a little boost in advertising. Maybe people say, you know what, I do need to go to my local independent pharmacist or my local community pharmacist. I don't want to trade with somebody I don't know or somebody who's going to send it to me in a little box in the mail or something.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Whatever it is that you're doing, of course, with us, online, TV, it's like you got to change your message now. You and colleagues and competitors down the street, everybody's got to change their message.
Absolutely.
So focus on this right now. You received a bogus letter. They made the mistake, the pharmacy benefit manager, they made the mistake. Some of y'all may have jumped ship. Well, the window already closed. But remember, we have signed contracts. We've always been with you. We're still with you on this. Yeah, it's like you got to change the messaging. It might even give you something like next year when they open up the window again to remind them, folks, we have this coverage. We will be, and it doesn't matter what you get on email or phone or whatever. We're still with you.
Right.
So stay with us for the personal one-to-one.
There's a barrage of advertising that starts in October. You can switch plans. You can switch plans. You can switch plans.
Review your plans.
Every patient should check with their community pharmacies to see if they need to change plans.
You did that. And
we did that one time.
With my mom and dad, people, I always went back to Danny or Jamie Solis, Jaime, and they would review, okay, what you got? Let me look at all the candy that you got for mom and dad. Oh, yeah, we got it. Wait, don't worry. We just don't change anything. Keep going. So during that period when there's heavy advertising at the beginning of the open window for the Medicare review, whatever plan you want to change to, that's when you need to go back to like Lee's
Right.
Pharmacy or your pharmacy and say, are we still aboard with you? Is this manager aboard with you? They can give you the assurance that everything is good to go.
A little colloquialism: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
You know.
Danny Vela with Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen. Again, they're one of the big pharmacy managers did a screw up, sent a letter and screwed Lee's and other local pharmacies, telling patients on Medicare, no, you won't be able to work through that local pharmacy anymore. And they sent a letter. You were reading it and say maybe you can get it. How they told Lee's Pharmacy, probably the same letter that other locals got as well, saying, "Oh, we made a mistake, and we're going to try to fix it with phone calls. We're going to try to fix it with some letters as well." But ya pa qué? It was like last week was the closing window for that. So what do they say? Like,
I'll show you just a little bit. What happened? Due to a technical issue, certain member letters were generated with inaccurate network status information for certain Medicare Part D plans. Impacted members' letters can be identified by looking We may understand this may have caused confusion and concern for your patients and your business. We deeply regret the impact. Please accept our apology and our commitment for the disruption and any inconvenience caused to your patients by your operation.
Please accept our apology. Yeah, we'll accept the check in the mail for the business that we lost at local pharmacies. How about that? That's awful.
And these letters went out to patients all over the state that we know of in the state of Texas. I'm not sure outside of in other states, but a lot of these letters went out all over the state of Texas. I'm on a group thread that covers North Texas, East Texas, West Texas, all the entire state received these letters. In certain of those plans that are affected by this technical issue, the two largest counties affected would be Bexar County and Hidalgo County. And that's because of the concentration of patients in one of the plans that are in this contract.
I see.
So it's serious, and it could be very damaging to the pharmacy industry in Hidalgo and Bexar County.
Well, that major pharma benefits manager that screwed up and sent out that letter and confused you, or probably you managing for your parents the prescriptions for them. No, Lee's is still aboard, and likely the other local pharmacies that letter erroneously told you 2 weeks ago. And they try to send out a letter to patients. But anyway, just check with Lee's, check with Danny, check with Jaime. Everything's fine. Everybody's still aboard with this pharmacy manager. Anything else you want to mention before I let you go?
Just before you make changes, check with your pharmacist.
Yeah.
Check with your pharmacist. They're the ones that would be able to tell you.
This would be for the next window that opens up in November of next year into December of next year.
That's correct. Check with your pharmacist. People think that they have to switch plans. You don't have to switch.
No.
If it's working for you, don't switch plans. Corporate America should not tell us which doctors to see, which hospitals to visit, and they certainly shouldn't tell us which pharmacies to go to.
Thanks for stopping by, Danny. Despite this screw-up and mess, hoping for a very Merry Christmas and a more prosperous 2026.
Same to you, Sergio, Fred, your families.
Yes, my brother.
You're listening.
Yes, all the folks tuning in right now. Appreciate you. That's Danny Vela from Lee's Pharmacy. Congratulations to the Texas A&M Fighting women's volleyball team. They won the national championship. And like I told Freddie, we should have put them on the field to score more than 3 points. Kyle Field this past weekend. AccuWeather says highs today should be mid-80s. In fact, just copy-paste the forecast the entire week into the weekend. Yeah, including Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, all that. Mid to upper 80s. That's the forecast this week. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. So you go back to our website and check the traffic coming back from Mexico. So if you're headed back to Brownsville, the latest report we saw was close to an hour at B&M, and it's close to 30 minutes at Gateway and Veterans. And if you're driving back to the McAllen Mission Edinburgh area, 1 hour at the Far Bridge, 45 at Hidalgo, close to 30 at Ansalduas. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Merry Christmas to you. Safe travels if you're leaving town today. Should have good weather across the state of Texas. Nice and toasty, nice and hot Christmas. Not only here, but across the state of Texas as well. We got business news up next on 710 KURV. Remember the website chamberlainltd.com. Top experts in commercial roofing systems. 125 plus years of expertise in the commercial roofing industry. And they invite you, through me, reminding you, give them a call or text them at the number I'm going to give you in just a little bit. And set up a free appointment. These top experts in commercial roofing, they'll see if everything's okay with your roofing systems. All of them. If you're about to build something, you definitely need the expertise of Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Trust their opinion on what's going on with your roof. You need that roofing system to last. You need to know you can depend on it with very heavy rain coming down at you. The South Texas sun is merciless, and the wind conditions. You guys closer to the coast, you're dealing with salty air as well. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing would like to meet you, come to your place and get those expert eyes on your roof and give you an expert report on the condition of that roofing system. That way you know what to do in the near future. ChamberlainLTD.com. And the number to call, 956-655-6178.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande.
Friday, the Dow Industrials gained 183, the Nasdaq up 301. That's your money now.
AccuWeather says the weather you enjoy today, like it or not, just enjoy it. It is what it is. Mid-80s today, and expect that weather, mid-80s all week. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Yeah, you'll definitely be dreaming of a white Christmas because we ain't getting it unless you go to the snow cone stand and get yourself some ice with some flavor in it. So mid-80s all week, says AccuWeather. Right now, temperatures low to mid-70s. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us online, Radio Para Mi, and you can also join us at 710 KURV Facebook and X and YouTube Live as well. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes. This is the Valley's Morning News on KURV. Let's say you need to sell your home fast. You don't have time to wait around. You need the expertise of the Ryan and Brian real estate team. You need to leave town, for example. You got to sell your home fast for whatever reason, family reasons, professional reasons. Vic has hired the Ryan and Brian real estate team to sell his home here in McAllen. Jess, a member of the Ryan and Brian team, right there by Vic's side the whole way. The aggressive and successful proven marketing system that they have at the Ryan and Brian team, it helped tremendously. You see, the Ryan and Brian real estate team marketing system, very aggressive. It's very successful. Man, it reaches thousands of potential home buyers every day. You're listening to me, you and thousands listening to me. And then I got other competitor stations, other states out there talking about the Ryan and Brian team. And then they do, for the eyeballs that go online and also ads on TV as well. Vicus was able to sell his home for the most money possible, and of course made the purchase of the next home much easier, having all that capital in the bank. Trust the Ryan and Brian real estate team to get your home sold. Guaranteed, by the way. Yeah, you guys agree on a price and date. Home is not sold, they'll sop it up from you. Vicus, very happy. I know you will be as well. So make the call today to the Ryan and Brian real estate team, 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
Jay Gonzalez, the Valley's top lawyer with over 20 years of experience. Jay Gonzalez.
News Talk 710 KURV.
It is Monday, December 22nd, 2025, and you're listening to the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. You can also check in with KURV programming online. Producer Freddie will catapult the second hour of the morning news on 710 KURV, Facebook, X, and YouTube Live. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Earlier this morning, a Russian general was killed in an apparent car bombing in Moscow.
The explosive device detonated under the car of Lieutenant General Fanil Sarvarov. Russian investigators say one line of inquiry is that Ukraine's intelligence service was responsible. Sarvarov was head of the operational training in the Russian Armed Forces General Staff. He's the third senior officer to be killed in just over a year.
Fox's Jonathan Savage, the Coast Guard hunting another sanctioned oil tanker in the Caribbean after President Trump announced a total and complete blockade of sanctioned oil tankers entering and leaving Venezuela.
The seizures and the sanctions are meant to squeeze Venezuela's economic crown jewel, which is its oil sector. But it will have an effect on Cuba, too, which relies on Venezuela for oil.
That is Fox's Madeline Rivera. America's listening to Fox News.
Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV is also at Radio Para Mi. Download the free app today. New direct service from McAllen to Phoenix, Arizona. American Airlines going to provide that at McAllen International Airport, likely at the beginning of June 2026. State of Texas taking part in a push to rebuild trust in the trucking industry.
The Texas Trucking Association joining a nationwide crackdown on who they call bad actors. John Esparza says that AI will comb through records to separate the companies that follow the rules from those looking to exploit the gaps.
The use of AI is going to be far more effective in getting to the root of the problem and who are the problems out there.
They're looking for trucking companies that manipulate licensing systems, engage in freight fraud, and tamper with safety records. Truckers who follow the rules, he says, will not see any more red tape.
There's a new law in the books. President Trump has signed it into law. It's called the IRS Math Act. Has been signed into law. It looks to simplify tax filings. So in the event that you commit a math mistake on your tax filing, it's not going to cost you a fortune of hours of work to try to correct this. So the new legislation, this IRS Math Act, requires the IRS to explain where you got it wrong on your return and give instructions on how to challenge it, how to fix it if necessary. Barnes & Noble planning to open 60 new brick and mortar stores across America in 2026. And Texas parents won't be able to apply for Texas School Choice, the new voucher program, till early February. Folks that are watching the industry saying that now is the time to start doing homework on the schools that you might want to send your kids to. The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, also at Radio Para Mi. Hope you download that free app and tune into programming from the studio on your smartphone. You're getting everything else on your smartphone. Might as well get 710 KURV as well. On behalf of JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment, their families, blessings and prosperity in the new year and all the deliciousness of the holidays as well. Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh is home for awesome deals on select Kubota compact tractors. Now, you need to stop by before December 31st to take advantage of some great financing opportunities and big savings. At Amigo Power Equipment, they're so proud to represent the orange label, the orange-colored Kubota brand. The number one selling compact tractor in the nation is the Kubota L Series, designed for easy operation. And, of course, don't forget all the attachments that will be specific to the job, the chore that you have, chopping up stuff or putting up some fence out there. It's Kubota. You'll find that award-winning Kubota line at Amigo Power. And right now, Kubota, you could be driving away with some of this equipment at 0% financing if you qualify, or you could save up to $6,000 on this equipment now through the end of the year, December 31st. The specific information on what I mentioned, you can go find at KubotaUSA.com, or just enjoy a morning coffee, go to the showroom, walk the campus, and take a look at all that beautiful Kubota equipment at Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we